Welcome back, my little lambs, to more Cyberknights Flashpoint. We're continuing with our fresh start for the official release. So, we're back in our safe house. This is our knight, affectionately nicknamed Bingo. You can see we've got 2 rooms already being cleaned up, so we can't clean up anymore. So we're going to go over here to our barracks, and we're going to take care of some class training that needs to be done on our soldiers. So we're going to go down here. Overwatch is really good for soldiers and something you want to focus on as you're building them up. Now you can see there's some injuries. You can go up here, send for treatment. You can see the different people that are available. Emil has got a special wounded injury. It's brain burnt. This is a kind of special injury that will have to get treated after you take care of the basic injuries. So we would have to send her for treatment first and take care of her basic injuries, and then we could take care of the wounded trait that she's picked up. Now we're going to check our heist and everything. Pending heist forward op and everything is coming up. Our rooms are done, so now we're back to part of the tutorial. It's telling us how we can upgrade our power and how power flows from one room to the other. So we want to get power in this first room taken care of. So you'll click on it and then select it. Now what we can do is, even though we don't have power on this side, we can jump ahead here, since we know we're going to increase the cryogenic cooling, because for one of the modules we install in that room later, that's going to be something that we need. So we're going to advance our timeline some. The injury is taken care of there, so let's do the send for treatment so you can see how that works. So now they've been sent for treatment of the wound. It's going to take a couple of days. We've still got plenty of time before any of our missions are due. So we're advancing the timeline. Now, build a nano scrubber is up next for what the tutorial is teaching us. So we go over here, we check to see, we meet all the requirements for it. It needed level 1 power. We've got that. So now we're going to build the nano scrubber. The nano scrubber is a very important module and room because it's going to have effect of all the other different modules and everything. As you can see, it's being built, so we can't do any other upgrades. So we're just going to go ahead and get the timeline advanced, and now cryogenic cooling's been finished over here, so we can go ahead and work on the power. Now you can see the power can only go to 1 because the room next to it is at 1. So let's advance our timeline some more. So now this room is clean and ready to go, and what we're going to be trying to get to is eventually the SimStream trainer is going to be told to us by the tutorial to build in this room. And you can see it's going to need level 2 cryogenic cooling, so we can go ahead and start working on that, since we already know that's coming up in the future. So we're cutting down some of our time here. This is a special notice. This is going to teach us about what are known as eras. So let's go ahead and read through this and see what it's going to tell us. So, a new megacorp has come into town. If we want, we could send Blur to try and scrounge up any information she can. She's going to be locked in for 11 days, though. And we may need her for mission information and everything. So, we're just going to go ahead and do some more basic talking amongst everybody. And then see what other options it gives us. But if you don't have any missions that are popping up, if you're playing this, sending Blur out to try and find some contact information is a good idea. So I would go ahead and do that if you can. Let's go ahead and finish out with more of these questions and everything, and then we'll get to the next thing we can try and find out. Okay, so we got 1 day and 6 hours left for the wound recovery, so we're going to advance the timeline, and that means everybody's going to be healed up. So now the only thing we've got up on the top is the pending heist. You can see everybody is healed. So let's see, we got some time for the nano scrubber. It's done, so now we're going to do the upgrading information. It's going to tell us about upgrading cold storage, but we kind of already know how that works since we did it on the other side. So we know what we need to do here, and we'll just sit there and read through this information and go ahead and do whatever upgrading we need to do. I think technically we're okay. We don't have anything that needs to be done on this side, really. Upgrading cold storage is one thing it's telling us, so we'll go ahead and do that. And now we'll come back here and check. To upgrade the nano scrubber, we need to get power to level 2. So if we go ahead and do that, it's going to take 2 days and 5k. So we've got that, but I don't think we need to worry about it at the moment. So we're going to advance the timeline to get this room taken care of. And now we're going to go ahead and build the SimStream trainer. This is something that can be very helpful for getting XP for your team, because you're only going to be able to send 4 team members on a mission, and if you've got more than that, somebody's getting left behind. So if you leave them behind in the trainer, they're going to be able to get XP from the mission. So now we're going to go ahead and take a look at this forward op mission. This is one of those raiding missions where our reward is based on what we loot. So we're going to get a little bit of a boost from our Face's talent, opposition research. That's going to give us a little bit of information. We're going to bring our Vanguard, and we're going to bring our other soldier. Hacking is not going to be something we need to worry about, so this is going to be a good team. So let's go ahead and start the mission. So again, this is a mission where we gotta make our own profit by raiding loot boxes. And even if you saw my previous video that I did during the alpha phase and I covered this mission, they're not always going to be exactly the same. Sometimes you have more than one guard starting down here. Sometimes you don't have any. The exits are always different. They're not always going to be on the same end of the map. So always make sure you scan the map to plan out your route. You want to do at least a giant circle. So figure out which exit you want to work your way to, and then figure out how you're going to do the circle and move around. And you can see there's different security traps and everything that we got to worry about. There's a camera, there's a pressure sensor on the floor. We've got 2 guards in this room that we got to worry about getting past. They're far enough away that we should be able to not have to worry about things. So we should be able to go to sprint and not alarm them. They won't hear us. So we're going to try and get everybody up here to this first loot box. And hopefully everything's going to be okay. Try and find cover and everything as you're going. A lot of these boxes are actually pretty tall, so they're going to block the line of sight for the soldiers if they turn around and start walking around and start looking in our direction. So if you can, make sure you hide and everything. Liat was able to run up here, so he gets to open the loot box, and there's some good stuff in here, so that's definitely going to help with our payday and everything. And that's basically going to be how this level goes. We're going to sneak around as much as possible, take out any guards that we have to, but getting all the loot boxes and then getting out of here is the goal of this mission. So let's see what we can do. Okay, so we've been spotted by the one guard. These guards down here haven't been alerted or anything. The guard that spotted us, it shouldn't be a problem. If you look up at the top left corner, you can see that enough of our Cyber Knight and teammates, we should be able to hopefully take this guy out. And, that should erase any of the yellow marks and everything. So we shouldn't have to worry too much. We'll get this guy taken care of, and then we'll start moving into the next room. That really sucks that was a miss there, but we got him there, so now we don't have to worry about too much. It did knock our security level up a bit, but we're going to start moving into this next area, and you can see there's 3 guards up there. One guard has been alerted and come running, but again, we've got enough of our teammates popping up next in the lineup. We should hopefully be able to get into good range and get this guard taken out. And as long as we can take them out before they alert anybody else, that's definitely going to help us. Okay, we got guaranteed hit with this. Hopefully this next hit will do some good damage. It's almost going to drop him. So now Liat, he should be able to take this person out, but we're going to go ahead and see about setting up an Overwatch just in case. So let's get Liat into range. He's our sniper, so if we can get him into a good spot, we might be able to take this guy out with our hand cannon. If we run this way, they're going to see us and they're going to hear us, which they're already alerted to, one of us at least, so that's not necessarily a problem. But let's see what we can do with our sniper rifle. And that is definitely the sniper's creed of 1 shot, 1 kill. So now we just gotta worry about the movement of the other guards. They didn't get alerted, so we don't have to worry about them coming to run to us. So let's go ahead and get to the next turn, and we're gonna start moving up into this area with these 3 guards and the 2 loot boxes. Okay, so we want to get Gunner moved up here, and we're going to use Lure to try and get this one guard of looking away from us. It'd be best if we could get 2 of them, but we're only going to be able to get 1. We want this guy here turned around. That way, as we move more of our team up into this area, we don't have to worry about him looking and seeing us. So this is going to give us a chance to get everybody moved up in here, and then we'll have a good chance of having 2 or more people ready to take this guard out without alerting the other 2. So now that's kind of funny. That might be a bug. The lure should have caused him to go first to where he heard the noise, but he ran down there. Luckily he didn't see us, and then ran back to where the lure spot was. So good for us. And now we just need to get everybody else up into this area. You can see that we've got a lot of cover and everything here. We may be able to get everybody pretty close. We could get into range where we've got line of sight for attacking that guard, but we're not going to have any points left. We're going to try and sneak around these containers here. So, okay, that's funny. They just got alerted by the security AI and went running, and as you can see, we were well hidden, so they managed to run completely past us without seeing us, which means that that guard's definitely going to have one hell of a surprise attack from behind. So let's take care of Stupid here. Oh, some freaking sniper he is! How in the heck did he miss that? Unfortunately, that camera reactivated and Leon was right in its range, so he's been spotted. This guard is definitely down now, and we've got a lot more action points left, so we can try and sneak up onto this guard and maybe get a hit or two in on him. Let's see what we can do. Switching to sprint, they would definitely hear us, so we're going to stay in sneak mode and just go up here. We shouldn't have to worry about them. They're still going to be investigating, so now we've got a chance to get Itana in range. Now she's got a good chance, 70% of hitting this guard, so we could try shooting them, or we could try moving closer to get a better chance at hitting them. Let's see, going there, we've got more points to try and shoot them this way and drop them, so let's see if we can do that. Let's use our iron grip. That's going to remove a lot of our recoil, so it should give us a better chance. Not much, but we did manage to hit them and drop them even with 45%. So that's definitely good. So now we can move her, and we'll start sending her towards the one of Lockbox. So now we just got the other guard up there to worry about. We got to get Liat moved, so we'll probably use all of his action points, and we're going to run him up over to here, because we're going to start sending him towards some of the other loot boxes that are hidden behind security grids. Now Bingo is ready to go. Let's see. We can disable the camera up there, or we can disable one of those bars, pressure sensors, but we're going to disable the camera, and then we're going to try and send Bingo over this way. They'll have a better chance on their next turn getting that box open. So now we just got to worry about the other guard up here, and it shouldn't be a problem taking them out. Let's get this lootable lockbox taken care of, and we got some good loot from there. That's definitely going to be helping us. So we've gotten 2 of the 8 boxes so far. We just got this other one up here to worry about. And then there's going to be the 2 down here. So we're going to start sending Bingo over there, because their talent for disabling traps is going to be good. Now, even though this guard is seeing us, Itana and Gunner are in perfect range, so they should be able to drop them without much of a problem. So let's move a little bit and get a better line of sight. 70%, so that was a good hit. Drop the guard down. Missed on that one, but Gunner's going to be up next. Let's reload the firearm with our last point. We'll definitely need bullets in the gun if we want to use it. Now we can set up Overwatch if we want, but we're just going to end and we're going to get Gunner up here. Gunner, I think it's time to have some fun with a cyber sword. So let's see what we can do. She should... Oh yeah, that was a good hit. So now we just got to get her going towards this loot box. So let's take care of this, and then we're going to see what else we can do. Okay, so moving right along, this little area here, we've got 2 of lock boxes to loot, and there's pressure sensors on the floor, but these are a little bit different. They will trip no matter whether you're sneaking or running, so we definitely want to shut them off before we walk over them. Luckily, Gunner and Bingo have got their talents for disabling security systems, so all we got to do is get them in range and then shut them off. Bingo was able to shut that one off, and then still had enough points left to move in and get to the lockbox. So we've gotten good loot from there. So hopefully by the next turn, Gunner's going to be in range and can either disable this one for Liat to move in, or we should have other people moved up and close in. And so we're just going to try and move along through here and get these boxes. There's going to be another box in the next room that we're headed into, and we shouldn't have to worry about any guards there. So we're going to take care of all this. That guard up there is in hunt mode and has seen the soldier that is down, but they don't know exactly where we are. So as long as they don't come running to this side, we shouldn't have to worry. And we're just going to keep moving everybody in a leapfrog fashion over here. And let's see what other good loot and stuff we can get. Okay, so Gunner was able to disable this trap, and on our next turn, that guard is still in hunt mode, but he's going the wrong direction. Now Liat can run in here and get this loot box, and should have enough points left that they can move back out, so we're going to be sending them over to this direction. And Bingo can come running out, so we're going to get them moving over. And this is probably going to be where we're going to end the video. I need to split this up into smaller segments. You can see we've got one guard starting to walk in this direction, but it shouldn't be a problem to take them out if they end up seeing us. So we've got enough points to move over here, so let's see what we can get in this box, and then that's going to bring us to the end of the video. This is where I'm going to cut it out. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again next time in the Digital Wonderlands.